Cripple Creek, Colorado. In the 1880s, a thriving city of 50,000. Then suddenly, the population mysteriously disappeared. Now, they've resorted to gambling to attract tourists. Why did the population leave so suddenly? We're here to find out. Watch us while we search for the most probable cause, the Animal of Cripple Creek. Hidden in the western shadows of beautiful Pikes Peak in the Colorado Rockies is where we headed at top speed to start our search for the Animal of Cripple Creek. We arrived at dusk and spotted what we believed to be the animal's campfire. While trying to decide how close we could safely set up our base camp to the animal, he appeared out of nowhere. After sniffing around our vehicle for beer, he disappeared into the dark. For the sake of scientific knowledge, we decided to set up base camp dangerously close to the animal.
In search of the elusive animal. He lives here. We know he does. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Mom. I'm so sorry. If we run across him, we are doomed. He's been reported to be here. Some say he lives here. Some say he only comes at night.
As it turned out, our driver had nothing to worry about. Our first thought was that the animal was a diurnal creature. We were led by a loud racket the following morning to the animal as he was preparing his summer habitat. This was the most amazing part of this documentary. Experts assured us that the animal had some intelligence. However, you will see that it is very doubtful that there is any intelligence whatsoever in the animal.
Dumbass, do good. Fire. Man, make fire. Man, make fire. Kindling. Ah! 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 Fire! Ah! Ah!
We were so stunned by how the animal started his fire that we had to watch it again in slow motion. This was the most incredible thing that we've seen in all our years of wildlife filming. With a hidden camera in the animal's domicile, we were able to see him cooking his dinner. Have you ever seen a civilized person cook their wieners like this?
Ah!
We had to wonder why the animal started such a large fire if he was only going to cook inside. At this time, we thought we were in danger. If just cooking beans was enough, then what happens when he eats them?
Must be great, man. Operate fire! Fire hot! Fire hot! Yeah, fire hot.
After the animal ate his hard-fought-for dinner, he sat down and entertained himself.
Some asshole is filming. We ought to kill him if he don't quit.
For our safety, we moved away and started filming in infrared. The animal turned out to have night vision like a cat. We were wrong, thinking that the animal was diurnal. The following morning, the animal was suddenly afraid of the camera. We were puzzled after his vicious attack on the cameraman last night. The cameraman was sent to the hospital with minor injuries to his hands where the animal tore a beer from him. We got worried when we caught the animal with a Swiss Army knife, a roll of duct tape, and a long stick. Was he creating a weapon to hunt for breakfast, or was he going to use it on us? Look at the care that he is taking creating his weapon, and the skill involved. He must be an expert with duct tape. He's able to tear off a strip without the tape sticking to itself. He appears to have a target in mind now. We hope it's breakfast that he's looking for, not us. And it was a beer breakfast that he was after. We've never seen anyone hunt for a beer breakfast before. The hidden camera in our vehicle caught the animal when he stole it to replenish his supply of beer. The truck was returned undamaged. The animal's lair is surrounded by beautiful mountains and abandoned gold mines. Here is one of the peaks of the Sangre de Cristo range. Gold mines are everywhere. All but one are abandoned like this one. Did the animal cause the gold to disappear somehow? "50 miles to the southwest lie the Sangre de Cristos. Such a beautiful background helped us to forget what we had seen. This should surprise no one. How else would the animal blow his nose? It makes you wonder how he wipes after defecating. Most animals mark their territory. We had found no signs that the animal did. Unfortunately, we did find out what the animal did with his droppings and how he wipes.
Here I sit, I'm on the pooper, giving birth to another state trooper.
Apparently, the animal does mark his territory. It must have been picking his nose and clearing his bowels that reminded him. Once he started marking, there was no stopping him. Nothing was safe once he started. Most animals only mark the boundaries of their territory. The animal marked everything over the next 3 hours. Since the animal had almost 1 acre to mark and only 3 hours to do it in, he had to generate large amounts of urine. To produce that much urine, the animal had to consume beer in mass quantities. We did find that, like other animals, the animal will not soil his bedding. Because of the previous lack of intelligence that the animal has shown, that was quite a surprise to us. In order to fund future documentaries about the animal, we are considering collecting his urine to sell as a weed killer. This tree died a few minutes after the animal marked it. The animal finally completed his task after 4 cases of beer and 3 hours of marking. It's amazing that the animal could walk or even stand by this time. Our guess is that the animal processed the alcohol into urine so fast that the beer hardly affected his coordination, although you can tell that his coordination was slightly diminished. We've been filming for 2 days and have developed a theory about Cripple Creek's decline. After seeing the potency of his urine, we speculate that the animal dissolved all the gold. With all the gold gone, there was nothing left to support the population. Now that they allow gambling, the town is recovering. To protect themselves, the casino will not allow the animal in after he has been drinking beer. The animal had disappeared, so we decided that it was time to pack up and leave. Before we could go, we heard a sound from down towards Bo's bus. It was the sound of a motorcycle. We were hoping that we would find out what the animal did with the motorcycle. Two questions that we had been pondering were solved here. The animal used the motorcycle to gather the firewood required for his huge fires.
Been there, done that. I survived the wood run!
Like most animals, the animal is very pleased with himself when he does something right. We hope that you enjoyed this documentary about the animal. If you are ever in Cripple Creek, just look up the hill behind the Holiday Inn. If you see a huge fire, hear guitar music, or the sound of a motorcycle, beware. Do not walk up the hill beyond Bo's bus if you are carrying a beer. If the animal has not marked his territory lately, he may attack you for your beer. Should you choose to take the chance, make sure that you have at least a case of beer with you.
Animal House.